All right, and we are live again, back with the end of day report with yours truly, Dex, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports that we put right in your hand each and every trading day. All right, so I know you missed me. I missed you too. Couldn't do the pre-market today. Had doctor's appointment, so could not be with you, but I was with you in spirit. Hopefully, everyone had a great day in the markets. From what I can tell, though, didn't look like a lot of opportunity to really do but so much, and that did not go unnoticed. I did see that. So now we got to look and see what these markets have in store for us today. This is looking quite interesting. I know there's a lot going on from a macro point of view. Not too much to talk about on that front, but nevertheless, you know how we do it. We go in, we don't play around. We go right in and take a look at what the charts have to tell us, if anything, and we just we sit and wait for our opportunity to get into the market, wait for our opportunity to do what we need to do. And that's the hardest part sometimes, is waiting. The hardest part, sometimes the hardest thing in the world to do, is literally to wait for your opportunity, to literally wait for your time to pounce. And it can be a challenge for a lot of people, um, for whatever the reason. People don't like to sit still. It's kind of like hunting. Sometimes you got to set and you got to wait for your prey. And that's all you can really do. It's just a patience thing. And that's another good part that I built into the system as well. Every day is not necessarily a trading opportunity. All right, just like some days there will be more money on the table than other days, and other days there'll be less money available on the table. So what you're doing is you're just taking what you can get, whatever the market wants to offer you. You take it, you say thank you very much, and then you keep it moving. Um, but it is what it is. What up, everybody in the live stream? What up, Sean? What up, Thomas? What up, Aaron? What up, Thunderbird? What up, peoples? Man. All right. Like I said, man, it's just you got to be ready for just about anything, man. I've been in the lab too. Every chance I get, just to put a few finishing touches on a few things, to give everyone an edge, to give everyone an opportunity, to make coin. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, to make coin. And yeah, today was sort of a sideways day. But remember, I warned you about that last night, though. Remember, I said I expected today to be more of a narrow range inside type of a day. I said that in last night's video. You know, when I peep game, I tell you, I say, look, this is what things are sizing up to look like. So you want to be, trade accordingly. I even mentioned that you may want to look at the weekly, just because I had an idea that the markets were going to be kind of corny today. And lo and behold, I was right. Market was mad corny. So it is what it is. All right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start off with the futures and the forex. Then we'll jump to the crypto, and then we'll do equities last. All right. With the equities, are there any particular equities you guys want to look at? We can pull those up. All right, but the futures and the forex and the crypto are pretty much set in stone. All right, so first chart, let's go ahead and get this on and popping. Let me share my screen with you. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Okay, first chart we got up is the US dollar index. All right, so we're still operating under the auspices of the rally alert. Still expecting prices to go higher. I'm looking at the trend line resistance overhead here, getting around a 98 handle. So that's kind of where I see this going, and unless and until we get another signal, the 98 handle is definitely in play right now. All right, moving forward, taking a look um, at the South African Rand. We're now under a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. All right, and you're in the Kumo cloud as well. So because you're in a bull market, it's looking like the market is put in a short-term top, and we are now just looking to possibly put in another leg lower here. You're in the cloud, so you're going to have to, if you want to trade this thing in the cloud, the best way to do it, if you're going to use the daily trigger or the loaded triggers, all you're looking to do is, scalp here and scalp there. You got to sit and watch, see how much money you get on both sides of the market, on the sell side and the long side. If you do not have the time to do that or don't care to do that, then you got to use your weekly triggers and just wait for the market to start trending again outside of the cloud. All right, so those are your two options. When you're in the Kumo cloud like this, the most important thing you're going to want to do is decide, do you want to wait for the market to start trending, or do you want to get in here and day trade and scalp whatever pips you can get? But remember, if you do that, you got to sit and watch it. Okay, so that's the thing. If you choose to do it that way, those that want to take a more smoother trend following approach, you're always going to be using the weekly triggers. You're not going to be doing anything else but using weekly triggers. You can use the dailies and the recommended stop losses to manage the trade, but you're always looking to enter shorts or enter longs on the weekly triggers. All right, and those that want to bang it out every day, then you're using either daily or loaded triggers. Okay, the thing that I'll let you know with the daily versus the loaded triggers. Okay, the loaded triggers are loaded all the time. Every day they're loaded. No no bias, just straight loaded every day. The daily triggers are more the smart trigger. Daily triggers can be either loaded some days, more conservative other days, or they can even move like the weekly trigger. So a daily trigger can be either loaded or weekly. All right, or it can take a smoother approach. That's the thing about the daily trigger. Dailies are forever moving and morphing and changing with the market day to day. All right, so that's the thing about the daily triggers. Daily triggers are a trip because sometimes they'll coincide with your weekly, other times they'll coincide with your loaded, believe it or not, and then other times they won't be either one of those. It'll be something in between. All right, so a lot more coding goes into the daily triggers than the loaded or the weekly, just so you know that. All right, just a little FYI. All right, so keep that under your hat. All right, the daily is always changing based on market conditions. All right, and where the artificial intelligence sees what's going on. All right, neural networks can be quite simple or they can be quite complicated. We'll leave it at that. All right, so here on your South African Rand, I'm expecting lower prices tonight into tomorrow's trading as the market tries to find a support to determine if it's going to put in another leg down or if it's going to bounce here and start to move sideways. All right, if it does start to move sideways, then we're going to see it trade inside of this bar right here. And that's pretty much what it's been doing, trading inside of this bar. But now we got this crash alert, so look for the market to, slowly get back down here again. All right, taking a look now at your Kiwi, looking at the New Zealand dollar. There has been in the bear market. We're under the auspices of a crash alert. Market is correcting off of the short-term highs within a bear market. The question is it going to find support and then take off like a rocket and then turn to an officially bull market? I have to tell you that the odds of that happening are possible. Your momentum has come off, but right now you are trading under the auspices of a crash alert. All right, so we're looking to make money on the short side of the market or rallies being sold. I think this has an imminent breakout or breakdown, which is imminent. But right now, we're looking for shorts in this market until proven otherwise. Moving right along, looking at the Mexican peso, you're in a bull market. So you're looking for buying opportunities, buying off of supports, things of that nature. That broke down when your momentum broke down and you started correcting. All right, so in this situation, shorts were in order. Now we're back to buying pullbacks. All right. Now you were under the auspices of a crash alert, and you have gotten some production, but we haven't gotten a new signal yet. So you're still under selling pressure. You would like to get long and try to find support to buy from, and that's quite all right. And you got the bullish weekly trend momentum. So you are in a bull market. You just stopped trending for now. You've put in short-term highs, and sellers have wrestled control of the market temporarily, and you're in the Kumo cloud. So if you want to play, if you want to be a trend follower and you want to trade with the direction of the market, it's still in a bull market. So you're looking to use your weeklies to get long if you're going to take it from that approach. The other way is to trade with what's happening in the market right now. Right now, buying pullbacks every time you get near support is what's happening right now. And we're just waiting for something to happen. But you're in that Kumo cloud, and it's a very wide cloud. This is enormous. So this is a lot of opportunity within the cloud to do a little bit of day trading using the loaded triggers, or even the daily triggers for that matter. Okay, just some FYI I'm throwing there at you. All right, moving right along, we got the Japanese yen. Japanese yen has also been pulling back from the last rally. You're under the auspices of a bearish weekly trend momentum reading, and your momentum is pointing downward, looking like it may start to accelerate. We might start trending down again. So this one is under some selling pressure. I don't know what people were talking about with it getting long. I don't see that at all. So they can go ahead and try that if they want, but they can do that with their money. All right, the British pound, looking at the pound sterling. All right, so similar chart to the last one we just looked at. Bearish weekly trend momentum, bear market, prices below the Kumo cloud. Trend line support is right here, so it's kind of keeping the down trending aspect of this market limited until the market can get past the support right here. And right now we're right near that support. So again, rallies being sold, and this one is kind of the course, par for the course, and you're under the auspices of crash alerts. So this crash alert selling is still in order on the pound sterling. All right, take a look now at the euro yen. Okay, so the euro yen is starting to get a little messy. You're in a bear market. You were in a bear market correction. You've lost that momentum now. Put in a short-term top, and momentum is pointing straight down. Trend line support is in view. That is where our initial target is going to be for this one. All right, so again, selling is in order in the euro yen, and already the market is starting to lean that way. All right, looking at the euro dollar, same situation. It's trying to determine, is it going to become a bull market? All right, right now, technically, it has become a bull market, but it's not doing anything bullish. So what you have here is an official algo shift. All right, got an algo shift in the euro dollar. All right, we've gone from bearish to bullish. Can it keep it? Because you're still under a correction from the highs. And you got bearish weekly trend momentum. All right, and your momentum is pointing down. So the market has to decide, what is it going to do? Is it going to build support here and bounce, or are we going to do something else? So watch this one to see what happens. It's getting kind of interesting now. All right, so your Canadian dollar is here. Here's your Canadian dollar. You're still operating under the auspices of a rally alert, The trend line resistance overhead is in play between 137, 137.50. So long entries are in order. We got bullish weekly trend momentum as well. Moving right along, we got the Aussie, looking at the Australian dollar. It's operating in a bear market. It is operating under a bearish weekly trend momentum reading and a crash alert. So right now, rallies are being sold. Shorts are the order of the day, even though we've ceased to put a new low at the moment. I think this is only a matter of time before this one breaks down and tests the trend line support way down here. All right, moving right ahead, we got the Dow futures. All right, so we got a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading and the Dow. So trade accordingly. Trend line support at 25,000 is the initial target. So we're talking about a 700-point drop to be expected. Looking at silver futures are in the bull market, albeit the beginning stages of one. So it's a little weak baby bull with barely any momentum in it. And you're operating under the auspices of a bearish weekly trend momentum reading. But we got a rally alert. Okay, so we're still operating now under the rally alert. And not much upside potential until the momentum can turn around. But right now, we're looking to buy these pullbacks for right now, with the trend line support underneath, adding some protection around the $17 per ounce level. All right, here is the Russell that you know I made my hustle. Crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Market already is starting to move in that direction. Trend line at 1350 is the initial target. And yes, I will be looking to get involved in that at some point tonight as well. All right, here is the crude oil futures. Right now, we're operating under the auspices of a bearish weekly trend momentum reading. Bear market, right? Momentum has not turned officially down yet as far as increasing in strength. You're just operating under a trading range, top here, bottom here. As you can see, the market is behaving accordingly. Until something happens, we expect not too much to happen. Trend line support is up here right around that $30 handle. So really know where to go for now. Taking a look at the NASDAQ 100 futures, it's been the strongest. We actually have a secondary rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading on this one. Market has not been cooperating just yet. It actually is looking, it almost looked like it was going to give us a bearish 2-bar Charlie on the open, but then the market decided to do a little something and now has reversed off of the low so far and it's bouncing around. I think that this was going to try to continue to get a little bit more energy, a little bit of pullback, and then taking off again. So got to watch these for sure. You're probably going to see a lot of volatility. You probably have opportunities to buy and to sell. All right, gold futures right now, bull market. The beginning stages of a bearish weekly trend momentum reading is starting to be possible. Sideways movement, no conviction on the momentum readings. Trend line support is here, and you're just moving sideways. If you can scalp some long and short, then by all means go for it. Otherwise, you're just leaning on the weekly triggers and just waiting for something to happen. All right, here's the E-mini S&P 500, which is the beginning stages of a bull market. But we got a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading, and the market is already starting to give it up. You got support down here by the 3,000 handle, so you're looking at a possible 80-plus point drop is now in play in the S&P 500. Looking at the, oh, I already have that one up here. Never mind, it's a repeat. All right, so that's it on the futures and forex. Now it's time to get busy with some crypto. All right, so let's take a look at that Bitcoin, see what's up. see what's up. Let's see. Look at these here. All right, here we go. All right, so first chart up right now is your Ripple. As you can see, it's under the auspices of a rally alert within that Kumo cloud there. All right, but you're still flatline though. You don't really have any conviction on the momentum side, and you're still sideways, still Kumo cloud-ish, and you got overhead resistance, which is the trend line resistance right here. So this one is still not no conviction, and you got a bearish weekly trend momentum. So you got a little pop, but then that's it for right now. Again, we'll have to wait and see if the market can show us something. All right, Litecoin, as you see, is in a bear market still. Same thing. You got a little teeny weak pulse. All right, little bit of bullishness. Overhead resistance is right here too, and you got a bearish weekly trend momentum. You're just getting no conviction in these altcoins right now. All right, next one we got here is Ethereum. All right, someone did type in today that they got they got tripped. They got filled on the long and then stopped out. All right, but this is still operating under the auspices of a rally alert in a bull market. Even though you got a bearish weekly trend momentum, it's the order of the day is buying these pullbacks. So you want to definitely continue to take the trade smaller size until you get your mojo back. All right, don't revenge trade. Take the signals you got tonight and get back in there. You may be able to get a better entry on that long. Okay, follow the intraday price inflection point, and I think you should be good to go. All right, because longs are in order, regardless of the bearish weekly trend momentum reading. That's just giving you an opportunity to buy pullback. See what I'm saying? Like here, you spike down, which is a bearish pointer, but in relationship to where we are, I see prices coming back down. So say watch the intraday price inflection point. You may get an opportunity to get in here at a better position. Either that or just use your weekly. That way you can babysit it without having to watch it. And you can get triggered that way too. Because all we did was come in and fulfill this gap. All right, we've closed this gap, so the market can really rally now. So one more pullback here, testing support. Then I think we continue to rally because you're still under the auspices of a rally alert in your Ethereum. All right, looking at Dash. Dash right now is also in the bear market, moving sideways. We have a trend that not trend. I'm sorry, a trading range that's been established. Market is behaving within the trading range, and you're in the Kumo cloud. This one right now is going nowhere. All right, going nowhere. All right, last one here is Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin has been very volatile as of late. Notice how we went from bear market to bull market to bear market to bull market. All right, and this has happened during the span from December the 17th of 2019 to where we are now. We've had 4 markets. We've had 2 bear markets and 2 bull markets just in that short 6-month time span. All right, so right now you're moving sideways with a bullish bias. All right, right now we're operating within a trading range because you had your crash and you got your rally. Should be respecting this bar. That's what the market's been doing. Look at your closes. You're staying within this bound. So until the market breaks down or breaks out from this range, there's no conviction. Bearish weekly trend momentum, any kind of intraday pullback, people are bidding it up. That's why you're staying levitated, and that's all that the market has for you right now. All right, so now you want to go to the equities. Let's do some equities. All right, I see the request. Let's see what we got here. I'll get those on and cracking for you. Let's see. First things first. Okay. All right. We got that. Okay. We got. Okay, I see you on that one. That's all right here. All right, then we got some others. Let's see what we got. All right. Just take a moment here. All right, so you want. Let's see. All right, that one you want there, I don't have that, so I'll have to add that in a minute. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. All right. I have to add that one too. And then you want and work. Okay, let's see. I think I do have I do have work. All right, and then you want okay, I have to add that one too. All right, so let's get the ones we got open first. All right, then we'll go in here and we'll add the one we don't. All right. Okay, so the first one you got here is, all right. Just added that one. The next one is, okay. I thought that's what that was. All right, cool. We got that one added. All right, then our last one is, all right. What I'm going to do too, while I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and add those to the U.S. equity list. Then that way, when you ask me for it, I'll have all the data already queued up. All right. It just makes it easier for me to pull them up because I already have everything. Okay. And I could have sworn I added this one at one point. Maybe the repository data changed. All right, let's see. All right, I think we are good to go. I just went ahead and added that other one. Let me go ahead and pull up data. Yep, no problem, man. I got you. No problem. I aim to please, man. You know I aim to please. That's what we do here. Plus, I owe y'all a solid anyway because I've been away the past few days. Been a lot going on. We had the terrible storm, knocked out my internet, all that harsh stuff. We've overcome it, and we back now. So we're gonna make it do what it do, and then these ones that you just asked me to look at, if you ask me again to look them up in the future, I'll already have them, and they'll be ran through the system. So that's going to be a strong positive going forward. Whenever you guys ask me about securities that I don't have, equities, I can always hook it up. All right, so let's go. Let's get it. All right, so the first we're doing equity requests now. So okay, the first request on here is SRNE. It's Sorrento Therapeutics. All right, you can see it's in a bull market, but it's really not doing anything except for trading in a range. The high of this bar and the low of this bar is your trading range. And as you can see, the prices are just obeying that. It looks like this could be a while. This could stay in this range for a very long time in the foreseeable future. All right, so this is one of those things you got to keep your eye on, because it doesn't look like you have a lot of interest in here either as far as what's going on. It's not enough to really trend. You're not trending. You're just expanding your trading range is what you're doing, but you're not trending. You know what I mean? So this is your weekly. You can see you really haven't done too much. You had some spike ups and stuff, but you really haven't gone and done too much. This would have been awesome if it was a pointer, but it's not, because you opened it here and then just dropped. So you gapped up and then dropped. All right. So, but this was the pointer here. This was your pointer. And instead of working it off, it just went right up there and came right back down again. So this pointer right here has already been violated on your weekly. So you don't have anything to look forward to on the upside from that. Even on the daily, it's the same thing. So this was your first pointer. This was great. But then you came and you just violated it. And now you knocked it back down here. So who knows what this thing, where it's going or what it's going to do right now. And like I say, you're moving sideways. So you're in a bull market, but your momentum is absolutely flatlined. There's nothing happening here on this particular chart, unfortunately. But I've added it to the system. So tomorrow's equity report, well, not tomorrow, but tomorrow evenings, I should say, because the report's already gone out, so it's too late now. But tomorrow evenings equity report will have this on there. So if you're a PulseWave member, you will have access to the equity report with these securities on it, giving you the breakdown. All right, here's GlaxoSmithKline. It's in a bear market. And the momentum here is come all the way off to you're absolutely flat. You're bearish. You got a bearish weekly trend momentum, which is keeping prices at bay. Excuse me, making it hard and difficult for them to rally. So this is nothing going either. I would have had, and I've added this to the PulseWave price trigger reports as well. So tomorrow night you'll get a fresh new report on this one too. It's in the trading range. The high of this bar, low of this bar. Market is just paying attention to it. Overhead resistance in the Kumo cloud, and you got trend line resistance. So this one is just really muted and no conviction whatsoever. So I would definitely say follow the reports. The reports have a lot more information than I can give in these videos, but I would follow the report. The report will tell you specifically what you should be doing. All right, taking a look here at GoDaddy. All right, here's GoDaddy. You can see here, crash alert followed by a rally alert, trading range. Market respected it. Then you've broken out now, and you're operating still in a consolidation, because look, you're still trading within the old range. You take a look at this. All you're doing is operating from this part back here. All right, you're still in a corrective front. You're in a bull market. Momentum's trying to strengthen up. You can start running again. If it does, 85 is your initial target. If it can get enough wind underneath of it, it has to have a lot of conviction. And if you pull up the weekly chart here, I don't see that conviction. I see more of the same consolidation. Now you're trying to respect this old range. You tried to extend it, but now you pull back right into this old range. Is a market finding it hard to break out of this bar's range? You see what I'm saying? chart is really messy. You're not trending at all. You're still in a bull market. You got the complexion. You got all the tools in place to do something. There's just been no momentum and no conviction to do it. So it's weird. It's almost like saying the market has found an equilibrium. It likes trading between 75 and 80 bucks is where you are right now on GoDaddy. But like I said, the reports will have more specific information on how to handle this than I can give you just by looking at an algo chart. All right, looking at Slack, the ticker is work. You're operating here under the same thing. You have a trading range established. Market looked like it was going to break out from it, but then it pulled right back down into the trading range. So this one has no conviction. It's still under a correction. You got a gap here that the market needs to deal with and fill before it can do anything. But right now, bull market trying to find support, bouncing off of the trend line support, but no real conviction just yet on this one. I would use the same thing on this one and say follow the report. It'll tell you how to handle this for right now, because I can only give you but so much on an algo chart. All right, let's see here. Moving right along to the next one. All right, the next one is GDXJ. So GDXJ is not getting any help from gold. Everything it's done, it's been doing it on its own. All right, and you got trend line support that seems to be holding the market up, but now it's starting to get a little heavy and weigh on it. We're moving really sideways moving closer toward the support line. All right, and you got bearish weekly momentums back to back, and it's just sideways. You got a top, you got another top. Each top is lower, so lower highs. It's just kind of like flagging up here, and I think a breakout is imminent. The good news is you got a rally alert for tomorrow's trading in GDXJ, so that's your bright spot. And I want to venture to say this might be a last chance. I mean, if it can't rally off of this rally alert, if you can't get any production off of this, then it could be a sign. Let me break it down. Okay, so the last past rally alerts, what did we get? This last one, we got some production. The one before that, we got some production. The one before that, we got production. The one before that ties into this one. All right, this one was canceled out, technically speaking. So you got that, and then this one here, this was a cancel out. This is a cancel out. So you back-to-back cancel outs, but then you got to go back to this. So the last 1, 2, 3 were productive. So you have to assume that this one could be it, could be the one to break it out and get the market trending again. That's what you're hoping for. You're hoping for something similar to that, because prior to this mess you got up in here, this one was productive, but then so was this one here. So you've been getting production. This is a healthy bull market is what I'm getting at. That part's been established, but the question is now, is this a short little mini bull market and it's over? That's the question that this market needs to answer. Tomorrow's rally alert should be able to answer that question. We'll see. But this will be watched, because miners have been getting a lot of talk in the news too. All right, here's your GDX. GDX is in the same situation. The chart is very similar, but notice how this one's riding the trend line. It's literally trading on the trend line. It's respecting the support line. All right, it's respecting it, but we have penetrated it twice in this conglomeration, which is normally not necessarily a good thing. All right, but let's look at the pros and cons. Okay, so when you're testing and bouncing off the trend line, you normally like to see it bounce off the line, not penetrate the line. Okay, but on the bullish argument side, yeah, you penetrated it, but you closed right back above it. All right, and then you did the same thing here. You didn't close down here. You just spiked it. Okay. So you can make a good argument for that. But because it gave it up, you had a crash alert here, and then you finally got production. That part wasn't good. But now with the rally alert that you got back here, you got that production that was good. Now you got this one here. You're hoping to repeat. However, on this next run, it needs to take out this prior high here if it's going to be serious. If it fails to do that, if it doesn't take this out on a close, not a spike, but a close, then the bears have a stronger argument that whatever little run you just had, it's over, and this thing is turning over tremendously at that point. So, like I said, this is just reading the algo chart, but the reports have much more specific information on how to handle and trade this market. All right, so I would definitely watch this is already on tonight's report though. The GDX and GDX and GDXJ are already on the equity report, so you can find out how to work this one tonight for tomorrow before tomorrow's open with no worries. All right, Facebook. All right, so Facebook's been just hovering around up here near the resistance and unable to penetrate it. So here's your first run at it. Correction. Retest failed. Correction. Retest failed again. Sort of like a triple top. All right. Now we got a crash alert for tomorrow. Last crash alert was productive. All right. The one before that here was productive. The one before that was productive. The one before that one was productive, albeit just small, it still was productive. The one before that was also productive. So I would not ignore this crash alert and Facebook for tomorrow's trading. All right, where do we go? Trend line support is in order. Every time you get a crash alert in a bull market, you're looking for trend line support to be that initial target. All right, now each time we've gotten production, but it has not gotten down here to the trend line support. It always bounces back. That's usually a good sign in a bull market, but each respective run has failed. It's normally not a good, strong, healthy bull market. But then you could argue, yeah, but you haven't even really tested the trend line support, so that should show you how strong this thing is, being that it can levitate like this. Sorry, levitation like this is not usually a good sign. You want to see continue upward arcing momentum, even with pullbacks, not sideways like this. This usually leads to a drop. All right, so you don't want to see that. But hey, it is what it is. Crash alert for Facebook tomorrow. Got to deal with it. All right, I got a few more here. Let's see. Look, what is that? HTZ? Is that Heinz? I think that was in the news. Talking about some bankruptcy or something, right? All right, let's see what's up. Oh, hold on. Hit the wrong key. Bear with me. Yeah. Oh, Hertz. Okay, not Heinz, but Hertz. Isn't Hertz in trouble too? Seems like everybody's in trouble. All right. Ooh, bear market, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, this isn't a bear market. There's nothing bullish on this chart to be happy about. Not at all. This is a bear market. It is a bear market. All right. Nothing's going on. Let me break it down for you. All right. So you see that we have a crash alert. Actually, a rally alert followed by a crash alert followed by a rally alert. That is a trading range. So the way it looks now is like this: top of this bar, bottom of this one. That's your range. Market's respecting it. Overhead resistance up here at the trend line, bottom of the Kumo cloud, all this back in here. Yeah, this thing it's nothing bullish on this chart. It's a $2 stock. It's nothing bullish on this chart. If you think you're going to buy 1 billion shares of this at $2 and get rich, thinking it's going to pop back up to 20, nah, nope, and I can't see it. Is anything possible? Of course it is, but I can't see it. $2 stock, nah. Plus, I don't short stocks below $10. It's not worth my time because your downside is limited. Okay, so if you shorted it $2 and it goes to zero, the most you can make is $2. And that's, to me, that's a waste of time, especially in doing so. You're taking unlimited risk if you sell the shares short. But if you buy puts, then you're taking risk that your premium is going to go to zero And again, you lose what you pay for the option, and you just basically park money somewhere and didn't make money where you could have been trading a vehicle that's actually going to make you money and start moving. This right here, for me, I would not be interested in operating in this particular security. If you're long the security, I don't know what to tell you. You should have been out a long time ago. Like, for real. I don't see how anyone could be holding this. Look at this monthly chart. Show you this monthly. All right, so this stock at one point, we go back here to June 30th of 2016. All right, so you go back to the June of 2016, this stock was as high as $51.60. If you are still long from up here and it's at $2, what were you doing? Did you have this in your portfolio and just forgot about it? I mean, you was getting all types of signals to do something. Even up in here, you got this crash alert back here. You could at least got out, worst case scenario, you could at least got out at 35, but not at 2. If you long up in here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Getting out now to me is almost a waste, isn't it? What you gonna do? Just save $2? You pretty much lost everything. If you got long up in here, you lost your money, because it looks like this thing is going to zero. You lost your money. Oh, it's gonna come back. Oh, anything's possible, but you probably have better odds in Vegas. All right, or hitting Powerball. This right here is it's game over. This is a company that is on its way out. Not trying to be harsh or mean, just giving y'all some reading of these algo charts and how you should be trading. That's why I don't like investing, because somebody would have told you, oh, just hold this thing, it's gonna come back, you can pass this stock on to your grandchildren. No, you can't, because it won't be here. If you have puts in this one, yeah, you got more downside potential, definitely. Yeah. More downside production is very possible. Let's take a look. That's the monthly. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, on the weekly, you're developing a crash alert for next week. You're developing a crash alert for next week so far. If today was Friday, I'll be saying, yeah, you got a crash alert for next week. Red alert, crash alert, starting Monday. Countdown. But because it's not Friday, let's switch over to the daily chart. Now you're in the trading range, homie. Between 350 top side and around $1.50 on the bottom. That's about it. Under mad selling pressure, crazy selling pressure. Last crash alert back here was mad productive. So was this one. So is this one. So is this one. So is this one. So is this one, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So if you're short, hey, you're loving life. But you got to watch it though. Any kind of technical movement, you got to start watching it. This trend line at 350 is like going to be your signal. Even if prices get up here and touch it, that doesn't really mean anything. Look how much. Look at your chart. Do you know what you have to do in order to change all of this? Happen, not gonna. Hurts. It's been nice knowing you. All right. It's not happening. All right. I saw something else. Somebody else asked me something. All right. Let me see what that is. Let me see what that is. Kroger. What you know about Kroger? You shop at Kroger, man? Huh? You shop at Kroger? You shopping at Kroger, man? All right, let's see. All right, so here's your Kroger, my man. All right, so Kroger is in a bull market, okay? That part is established. But you're not going anywhere. You have been stuck in this gear. I mean, you're still trading inside of a range. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go back. Dude, your stock is technically still the same price it was back in 2018. You have not performed. Okay, let's go back more. Nope, you're in the same price range you were back. Yep, 2018. And really longer than that. 2017. Does this stock pay like a humongous dividend or something? I mean, technically speaking, if you really want to be nasty, you can say you ain't gone nowhere since 2015. This thing is still $32 is like your average price for this stock. It ain't going. It hasn't gone nowhere. It hasn't gone anywhere forever. It must be a big dividend stock. Come on, tell me you're getting broke off in this stock. You got to be. For a stock to trade like this. You know what stocks used to trade like this back in the day? This might be before some of y'all time, but Philip Morris, McDonald's, these stocks like that, they used to trade. They used to look like a flat line. It was like the same price forever. You say so it's earnings tomorrow, okay? But does it pay a dividend though? Is it like breaking people off like with a mad dividend? Because usually good dividend blue chip type stocks, they usually trade and move like this, where they don't get a lot of volatility. But look at this thing. This is a weekly. Oh no, yeah, this is my monthly chart. Look at this. I mean, it has peaks and valleys, but for the most part, it's not super. It's not like bad. Like, oh no, I'm losing all my money. I mean, this thing moves like a dividend stock. I was just wondering. You find sideways, then you just like took off, but you can see that it's a pretty stable stock. So I think let me see if I have this in my system. I think I may add this one too if I don't have it. So just give me a second to check it. All right, Kroger. Let's see. Okay, I do have this. This is part of the PulseWave price trigger reports. We do have it already. It is in the system. All right, yeah, man. If this is a dividend stock, man, this is not a bad. Now with this, you could say investment if it pays a nice solid dividend. For me, if this thing paid like a quarterly dividend, this thing would be. Oh, they do pay. Is it quarterly or is it annually or what? How does it work? If it's quarterly, then that's not bad. But if it's monthly, I know some stocks pay monthly dividends. If this is one of them stocks, let me know because I don't know. This might be all right. This might be all right. I can see building something with that. I can see building something with this. But yeah, this one right now, okay. So on the monthly, yeah, I mean monthly, weekly, it's looking all right. It don't move a lot. It's kind of like a sideways stock. Not bad if it pays handsome dividends on a regular basis. This would be the kind of stock you want to put money in long term if you're looking for income. This is one of those that you could do that with. All right, so right now, bull market, not a lot going on, good or bad. Just hanging out here in this bull. It's in a bull market, but it's not trending. It's just sideways. Peaks and valleys. Tops get sold, bottoms get bought. You know, um, not a lot to say here on that one. Not at all. It's not doing anything. So yeah, sideways, man. This is and it makes sense. It's a dividend. It's a dividend. So yeah, nothing going on here. It's not trending. You could use your weeklies to help you with that. But really, technically speaking, you could use the daily and just, scout. When you get your rally alerts, you go ahead and get it, and then take what you can get off the table. And then after that, you get you just keep buying every time it comes related to the trend line support, and you get a rally alert. You just keep buying it basically because it's not doing anything. Or if you're really thinking that it's going to take off, just watch your weekly, and you can get involved that way too. But like I said, it's on the report, so I would just peep whatever the report says tonight, and I would trade accordingly. All right, man. That's all we got, man. I think we did really good tonight. We got it in, and like I said, we got a lot of different plays that we have here um, in the reports. We got mad equities. We got thousands of equities that you can look at. Just about anything you can think of, we pretty much got it in there. If there is a U.S. equity that you don't see in there that you want to see in the report, you can always add it. Like if let's say your stock portfolio has some stocks, some U.S. shares that you don't see in the daily report, then just hit me up in the trading room. Just hit me up, and I can add it for you. It is not a problem. All right. All right. With that being said, man, I'll holler at y'all in the AM for the pre-market post scan. Everybody else, I'll see you in the trading room. And remember, smash that like button, share the video with someone. You never know who this video may help or encourage. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I am out. Peace.